Morning, everybody. Welcome to LockPod, Midwest's most dangerous podcast.
Good morning. Episode 15, Season 9. Season 9, Episode 15.
We got
just rolling along.
Chris Campbell in the studio, covering for Jay Vez.
Yeah, Vez is laid up, man. I hope he's got to get him back.
He's taking a mental day.
Is that right?
Mental days are good.
Sure,
this is a long season.
He's taking a mental day.
Everybody
A
sees
mentee?
us.
He's taking a mentee?
Morning, Joe. How you doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Everybody looks at us and thinks that this is super easy. And I look at John. He's falling apart. He needed a mental day, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sweating like crazy back here.
I know, right? It's like people, we make it look easy. That's the problem. We just
John
come in
makes
here.
it look easy.
Dude, John makes it look easy. And,
Yes.
this quality product that we give to you twice a week is
In quotes,
Yeah.
quality.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It takes a toll on us. So John's taking a personal day.
I see
away
you're
from the show.
I see you're rolling with the dead today.
Two shows in a row. This is my second dead shirt. I had to check the last show to make sure I didn't wear the same shit 2 days in a row. But today is Dead Day in Chicago. You going, John?
Wrigley Field will be. That's Chris, but
Oh, goddamn, sorry. Chris, you going today?
I am not, no.
Jill?
Oh, they didn't offer to get you an obstructed view ticket?
Obstructed view at the Dead would be like $50. Obstructed view for Soldier Field or for Taylor Swift?
1,800. No,
13,
what was it?
1350,
500.
something like that,
No, it's
yeah.
550.
Oh, $850 on the show, right?
That's right.
And Jill had a chance to go on a date with me, Chris, and she turned me down.
He
You
stood,
said
he
you wouldn't
actually
even-
stood me
Taylor
up.
Swift?
Actually,
I didn't stand you
I
up.
think you did kind of.
I did
Because you're
not.
like, I couldn't have made it anyway.
I would have been so charming had we bought those tickets.
He said, I'll text you. We'll get it all figured
did
out.
not. You
You
said
did. It's
like-
on the podcast.
That's right. It's on the podcast. So everybody listen, okay, and you tell us what you think. But I remember being shot down by Jill.
I remember Tom saying how exhausted he was, and there's no way
But
he would
I
have
was
made
exhausted, but Jill would have never known that because I would have been charm
You'd
at level 10.
He'd have been like,
I would have overcome her with charm. She would have never known
There
how
you go.
tired
I
I
feel
was.
like that would have been the worst first
and
date
she
ever.
and he would have fallen asleep.
I wonder if-
in the seat on the way home.
Marissa's listening to the show right now. She's like, Tom was going to go on a date when I was gone. Marissa's back, but I'm not
I
sure.
shut him down, Marissa.
She
Relax,
did. It was
girl.
embarrassing. Like before a live audience, I was shot down.
So you're ready today.
I am ready. Yeah, I'm. I got a good night's sleep last night. Like I'm ready to go because the Dead shows are like Taylor Swift.
an event.
So it's over 3 hours long, and you don't want to miss.
Well, in L.A. it was 4.
Yeah, in LA it was
So
4.
it was good though.
Yeah,
It was great.
so
Will you be wearing diapers?
no,
No, we won't.
we
need
actually
that.
go to the bathroom there. Yeah,
during
Our-
Space and Drums.
During Space and Drums. Yeah,
Or
multiple
Drums in
times.
Space.
And by the way, Wrigley Field's built for large crowds of people that need the bathrooms. Although Soldier Field is too, but it was all one sex. That was the problem at Taylor Swift show, right?
I guess.
Yeah, that's what John said.
I wouldn't know.
That's what John said. Oh boy.
That's funny. So we got a good show coming today. We have guests coming in for the second segment. We have my office staff, so that should be fun. We
Which
got
is also known as TikTok Central. So we're going to talk about that.
TikTok, Hammond City, Hammond TikTok Central, is
social
coming
media
in.
and TikTok.
So we have Christy Orms and Alex DeHura. Alex is my office manager, and Christy Orms is the executive secretary. They're both relatively new on my team, so I want to ask them questions like, what is the most surprising thing about working for me, stuff like that. I wonder if they'll be honest.
We'll
No,
find
Of
out.
course they're not going to be honest.
They'll be like, when you go around screaming all day long.
Yeah.
No.
You're honestly
Throwing
you're a
things.
dick mayor. Like, do you think they're going to tell you that?
Yeah,
No,
that would
they're
be
not
so
going to tell
funny.
you that.
Yeah, you're a way bigger dickhead than I thought you were.
You
gonna
really
be.
do have resting dick face.
I love it. Resting dick face. That's my new nickname, Chris.
So here's something that happened
That's
to me
nice. I
yesterday.
like it.
You want to hear
You can
about
call me
this?
that at City Hall. It's cool. We talked about it on there.
Nice. Can we just abbreviate it or something?
RDF.
RDF. RDF. It's a condition. It's nothing funny about that, man. RDF.
It's
I
a
have it.
condition.
I have
It
it
is.
too.
Like
They
ADA,
have, they
I
have
said I do
medicine
too.
for it.
Yeah.
You take it
and you start smiling.
There's side effects though. Hot
You-
dog fingers is one of the side effects.
You buy it in
so.
Michigan and Illinois.
Yeah, right.
Gets rid of
High
resting
tax
dick
rate in
face.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Well, the elephant in the room, I guess, is the big news yesterday.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about your experience yesterday during pre-show. That I thought was,
This is great.
This is
okay.
classic. Kevin was on, so we start pre-show yesterday, and for like the first 15 minutes, I'm operating solo, and because Kevin's on the line with AT&T.
Oh my God, which is like, it's like teeth on or whatever, scratching your nails on a
Which-
chalkboard.
As bad or worse than like Comcast?
I
In the
think
same
Comcast
ballpark,
is actually better.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, AT&T.
Were you talking to an American or was it
Actually, I think he was either Irish or English.
Oh, that's
so
all right.
Okay, that's-
British or Irish, I couldn't
Yeah.
tell. But
Was he drinking?
he didn't say he was.
Yeah. Did you see his teeth?
And he was actually really
He's
nice.
British.
He was
British?
really nice.
How do you know?
Well, if he didn't mention that he was drinking, I'm going to assume he's not Scottish.
It would have been helpful
or
if it was
Irish.
FaceTime. Then you could check his teeth.
I'm Scottish. So.
Right? Are you? Yeah, I'm Irish.
All right. So anyway, it was somebody from the British Isles.
Okay,
in
that's good.
that
You're
area.
the Eurozone.
Yeah, in that area. So Britain or Scotland or Ireland. But anyway, I'm on the phone with him for a bit. He was a real nice guy. Got me taken care of, but it took like 20 minutes, and so I actually went.
I'm putting
phone-
the show together, Joe.
Well, in the meantime, I
Kevin's
also like
freaking jacking around personal business.
Charlie pulls
You
up
got on your back, you
during
know,
the
you
phone
gotta
call.
carry it.
During the phone call, Charlie pulled up. I had to pump up one of his tires. It was low. He's like, "Dad, do you still have that pump in your car?" I was like, "Yeah." So I had to pump up his tire. I'm on the phone.
You have an
Wait,
automatic
stop.
Agree.
Yes.
Stop.
Agree.
Yes.
You
Automatic air
you
pump.
didn't. Okay, I don't even. Well, whatever. But you did it. You didn't.
Well,
make
no.
him do
Charlie
it?
did it.
Oh, okay.
But he needed the air pump. I had
You
in
have
my
an
car.
automatic air pump in your car?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're
Yeah,
like
you
a,
could do
That's
that at a
it
gas
is
station,
handy.
right?
It's well, yeah, but what if you're not at a gas station?
No,
and you
no.
need it?
I mean, not for you. I
Yes.
mean, your child could have gone to a
He
gas
was driving
station.
by and he's like, "I see your
Okay.
car at the office.
how,
Can I stop
how fast
by?"
does it fill up
Okay.
a tire?
I would say under 3 minutes.
Get out.
Yeah, it's really.
Look
it's
at you,
good.
man. You're like a
I
roving
thought
like
I
help
bought
wagon.
you one at Christmas once.
You
I
did
have one-
not
I
buy
think
me
I have one of those
That would be
too,
embarrassing
Kevin.
if you
I
did.
think I did.
No, you didn't. It must have
All
been
right,
for
this
your
Christmas.
other, your
You
other good
regifted
buddy.
it.
Yeah.
No, I
Yes.
did not. I would remember that.
You know, it's funny.
That'd be
I said the
embarrassing
same
if
thing
I
to
gave
Jana.
away-
I said, "Didn't I give you one of those at Christmas?" I told her.
Dude,
She's
you're
like,
losing
"No,
your
you
mind.
didn't."
You're losing your mind a little
Yeah, I
bit.
hope
Yeah, I'm
not.
worried about you.
So anyway, I'm on the phone. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Tom's up here. Charlie's
Working,
gone. I'm
putting
on my
together the-
AirPod.
putting the magic
AT&T,
together.
right? And I'm trying to like get done so I can get up here and pre-show with Tom. So the guy
Participate.
finally actually made me a great deal. Got Ethan a new phone, which he needed, and was able to lower my monthly cost. Great, thank you AT&T. And then I'm like, all right, God, that was a long phone call. I'm gonna take a whiz and I'm gonna head up to meet with Tom. So I go to the bathroom.
Did you go to the bathroom downstairs? Or the,
Yes,
or the,
I did. I went to the downstairs.
He makes me go to the one
That
with
is
the general
not-
public, Chris. Like
All
I
right.
have to go to the bathroom. You have to go to the bathroom, Chris. You're not going to be in
Oh
this
my
special
God.
Kevin Smith bathroom.
You can go wherever you want in my office.
But like when
There's
Kevin
like
goes
a
in my
key.
office,
You can-
where is he?
you
He's
can-
like pees on my toilet
you can
seat.
piss
Like,
on the floor in here if you want. So anyway, I go in the bathroom, take a quick whiz, and I'm done. And then I'm just walking up here, and I hear, "Mr. Kevin." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm sorry, but AT&T won't let me disconnect from you."
Oh, no.
Outside.
You pissed with the guy on the head?
and flush the toilet. And I was like, he was like really polite about it. And I
Was
like,
it a urinal or was it a bathroom or like a toilet?
Well, I mean, we don't have a urinal, so
So you're peeing in the water.
yeah, so definitely.
So
was
it's making the noise.
Oh, without a doubt.
There was probably you were holding it for a while
Yes.
too, right?
Oh, my God.
Absolutely. I
You
was
know
on
he's
the
sighing.
phone.
He's like,
It was like,
"Oh,
no, it was
yeah."
none of that. No
Was there
sign.
any extracurricular bodily
No, sir.
functions?
No, sir.
That would be embarrassing.
No.
You're like letting it all go out.
And I don't have like
And
that,
he's like, Mr. Kevin, can you please hang up the phone? I'm about to
that-
throw up.
that drizzle.
Kevin-
No, it was
Wow.
that was embarrassing.
Did
but
he ask about the stop and start?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say.
I heard
Luckily,
that.
I do
That
not
was
have
weird.
I don't have a stop and start going, so that was good.
I suggest you get that looked
Sorry,
at, Mr. Kevin.
AT&T.
Yeah,
and
that's
he was
good.
very polite about it. So
Hey, listen, we usually don't start off the show with heavy topics, but yesterday was something happened, and we're not going to dwell on this because if you want to talk about Trump indictment in detail, Lockpot is not your place, right?
yeah, I mean, I think it's
Go to CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, Wall Street
NPR,
Journal,
PBS,
right? So you're
yes.
not going to get the in-depth detail.
but we didn't want.
I know you're
ignore
looking for it here, and this shocks you because normally we're all about providing quality news,
detail
right? But
in depth.
this is historical. What happened yesterday? President Trump, former President Donald Trump, was indicted by a federal grand jury in Miami for basically failure to take care of classified documents. And there's some allegations that the originals are gone and he has the copies. And they know this because of the way that they lay it out on paper. And they have the copies at Mar-a-Lago and the originals are gone. And these are the things that Donald Trump's talking about publicly. He's talking about, war plans that he had that would show how we'd invade Iran if it became necessary. And the FBI went looking for that document he was talking about, and he has the copy.
Yeah, it's very interesting, really, the whole investigation. A couple of things I learned were that number one, classified document prosecutions aren't extremely rare. Like you'd think, like, oh, nobody gets charged with this.
I bet you it's mostly
they are like
sailors like myself.
Well, like you said, you learned very quickly that you would be kicked out of the Navy, prosecuted if you ended up taking your homework home.
And guess
Like
what? Nobody
Right.
did that. Like, I didn't know anybody. If anybody did that, we would have turned each other in, and that person would be gone.
Like that was impressed on you, right? You learned
Kevin, Like it still is.
Yeah.
It was like everything we did in that school, we were handling secret material all the time, right? Everything we did, it was just instilled in you.
Well, I've even noticed on this show, like when you tell some Navy stories and you talk about the Navy, you're very careful about
there's certain things
that you still don't say, and you like pull back from what you're saying. I've noticed that. So
there's certain things that it's ingrained in you when you're in the military that you can't talk about, and you know what it is. I could talk about a lot of stuff, and I could even talk about what I did back then because it's so irrelevant now.
Right,
because back then it was a big deal, right? But so we have that training, and I knew that. So like, had I done anything close to what Donald Trump did, there's no doubt in my mind what would have happened to me. Anybody in America does what Donald Trump does, they're going to prison for the rest of their lives probably. Right? Now, Donald Trump does it because he's an asshole and he likes to be the guy that does that stuff. And now what happens? I mean, you're going to have half America that thinks it's a witch hunt, but what he did is so shocking and so brazen that you have to, the FBI has to do something.
And I think it's not just the retention, right? To me, at least what I've read is, like, for example, they cleared Mike Pence this week, right? He had some classified documents when they asked him for them. He returned it up. It was looked to be inadvertent.
That's what I was going to say,
and
Kevin.
So
it wasn't like an intentional. Same thing with President Biden. So
Right.
Mike Pence, and obviously you don't wonder whether or not these guys are Americans.
Of
right?
course.
They're literally, they have high-level positions. They accidentally took something with them. They reported it to the FBI, and they were cleared. That's
right.
what you're supposed to do.
In this case, you have a situation where investigators with the Department of Treasury, and I think the archives, or maybe it was, I'm sorry, FBI and the archives asked for these documents, knew they were gone, or maybe knew they were gone, and it's the issues that happened since then. Like there's allegations of like some person working for Trump draining the pool or flooding the area or taking boxes out. And that's, to me, it's almost like the after effects of what happened that I think may end up bringing him down. I mean, that's what I was curious about when I saw the conspiracy charge. Only one person is charged right now.
Trump worker told FBI, I'm sorry, Kevin.
Yeah, but I was just going to say, a conspiracy takes more than one person. And so I'm like, okay, is it somebody else going to get charged? Who's the other part of the conspiracy?
Trump worker at Mar-a-Lago told FBI about moving Mar-a-Lago boxes on ex-president's order. Key witness and security camera footage. So they have a key witness that testified to the grand jury. A federal grand jury is about as serious as it comes, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a federal grand jury in Miami that was paneled last week, Kevin.
Yeah, I think that's another interesting thing, Tom, is that originally a lot of the grand jury testimony took place in Washington. And then when I heard last week that they were taking witnesses in Miami, I was like, oh, that's weird. It's all about venue, right? They don't want to fight a long fight about should this be tried in Washington or Miami. They're just like, you know what? Miami's the place. Let's just try it there because then they won't have a venue fight.
So they put a
Which
grand
is closer
jury
to
together
Mar-a-Lago, by the way.
a week ago looking at a former president, and within a week, he's indicted.
Yeah, I think there was kind of like a culmination, right? It seemed like when they had General Milley testify and then a couple of these campaign folks, and then the Trump team went and met with the Jack Smith, the special prosecutor, and then Trump announced he had a target letter. When I heard he had a target letter, I was like, okay, well,
dude,
they're going to indict him.
Right?
So
a Trump employee, this is a Mar-a-Lago employee, has told federal agents, which means he's testified in the grand jury, about moving boxes of documents at Mar-a-Lago at the specific direction of the former president, according to people familiar with the investigation, who say the witness account, combined with security camera footage, because Mar-a-Lago's got security cameras everywhere, offer key evidence of Donald Trump's behavior as investigators sought the return of classified material.
And I think that's the obstruction count probably and potentially the conspiracy, right? It's like, okay, we want these documents back, and then it's the actions after the FBI and the archives.
Before was a surprise, right?
Yeah, I think so. And the other thing I thought was interesting, I was listening to one of the news channels last night, is that I'm wondering how evidence is going to be presented in court because you're talking about top-level classified documents, and you have to get the content out at some point. But these documents still may be classified, so you can't have like a public. I'm wondering how they do that. Like you can't have a public trial about top secret documents and what they contain.
But like, there's got to be some leakage of information because it's Donald Trump. It's the former president. It's the kind of thing that's going to tear our country apart. This criminal case will tear our country apart, and I think there's got to be evidence that's somehow given to the public so that the public could get an idea of what we're going to be talking about during this trial. I mean, This is the kind of charge. Donald Trump's not just going to not run for office. He won't get out of jail for the rest of his life if he's convicted.
And I don't know where these charges fit on the sentencing guidelines. I don't know if it's a life sentence or not. I'd be surprised.
The life sentence for a 75-year-old man.
Well, sure, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
He's 75.
I'd have to look. I'm going to look that up. Or if
I
anybody
guarantee
knows
you,
it online that knows where the sentencing
30 or 40
guidelines
years
sit
in
at
federal, something like that.
I don't think so.
Get out.
No
way.
I don't think it's that high.
I love it when we disagree publicly.
Well, look it up.
It happens every once in a while. So now we're going to get off the orange man, and we're going to talk about how this affects the presidential race.
It's kind of related, though, right?
Yeah. Because he's completely vulnerable. As vulnerable as Donald Trump has ever been in his entire career. Not in politics in general. Mm-hmm. Like we're talking business. This guy's in big trouble.
Well, his liberty's at stake.
So he's got the Jean Carroll defamation case in New York. He's got another defamation case in New York because he can't shut his mouth about the original verdict. Okay. He's got the grand jury in Georgia.
Got the indictment in New York. 34 counts. Right.
The indictment. Trump
Manhattan.
Organization.
No, Manhattan, where the 34 counts with the Southern District. He was indicted already.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he's got Georgia, Arizona, Florida federal criminal charges.
Yeah, he's busy.
This is a person that people honestly think is going to be the next president. I think that you're completely naive if you really feel that way. I really feel that way.
I just think his support is going to wane, and I think and you saw it this week with so many people getting in the race. 3 other people got into the race. One of which we wanted to talk about when we pre-showed yesterday is Chris Christie. And
can I ask Chris a question real quick?
Yeah,
Chris, you're not a very political guy, right?
I am not.
What's your opinion about all this? Do you mind saying so? Like, I'm asking, like, when you see this shit show with Donald Trump, like, do you think this is going to hurt him with the public? Is it going to help him with the public? Do you think that he's going to be the next president? And if you're uncomfortable, I get it.
No, it's fine. I think it really
You're like, God damn, I'm the tech guy. You're like firing political questions at me.
I think it's all about how someone feels about Trump in general. I mean, if you're like a
diehard?
if you're a diehard, you're going to be like, yeah, he had the right to do that, and...
What do you mean? He could have declassified his own material, right?
Yeah, he could have
People
done anything
that.
he wants,
But that's what he's saying. I'm the president. I could do that, right?
He said, I can declassify things just by thinking about it.
I think this is.
That sounds right.
See, you thought
a standing
I thought about that
declassification
page
order.
and I declassified it in my brain.
I feel like that's like Trump bucks.
And I was Trump bucks. Jill, give me some info here.
Nothing would surprise me at this point, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he won the first time is still
that was
blowing my
one of the craziest days of my life.
Yeah.
That was the night Mercer won also, by the way.
Yes, a happy night. And
happy
a sad
and
night.
sad, right? But do you think this is going to help or hurt Donald Trump with his fans? Do you think some of them will start peeling away?
No, I like Chris said. I think there's so many people that are just blindly drawn to him that nothing's going to change. He could do whatever.
Doesn't it seem like a TV show or like
Yeah,
a movie?
it seems like I
This
can't
is a
believe this is
character, not an
America.
actual
Absolutely.
person.
It's like
I can't
it's
believe
almost
this is
like
reality, right?
It's like House of Cards shit.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. Like who would be such an asshole to do this kind of stuff? Donald Trump would, It's like that character.
25 years ago, a president's going to get indicted over you wouldn't even
But
believe
like when
it.
we
Or
watched
just-
House of Cards when it came out on
Yeah.
Netflix, and it's awesome, but the lead character was such a monster. You're like, how could this was even before Donald Trump?
Yes.
And you're like, come on, man, no
Right.
asshole like that would have.
obviously fiction.
Holy shit! Here we are. Donald Trump is the main character. What was the main? F.U. Frank Underwood, right?
Yes. F you. That's good.
F.U.
So anyway, let's talk about Chris Christie just a little bit.
Because
before we-
after seeing these videos, I think this is the guy that's going to fill the void.
I think he
personally
might
do.
too. And it reminded me of when he took down Rubio on the debate stage. He's good.
Chris
Christie is good.
He was good when he ran for president, and he was bogged down because he had that fiasco with the bridge. Remember?
Yep.
He shut down the bridge as a vindictive governor to teach the mayors a lesson in that area.
Yep.
He fucked him over. But then information leaked out about how it was orchestrated in the governor's office to screw over the mayors by shutting those bridges down, and he got that ruined his campaign. It ruined his governorship. He was sort of done with politics after that because it was a total scandal.
And then, then he kind of got on the Trump train until
Right.
Trump got rid of him. And then he kind of started criticizing him slowly. So there's going to be a lot of, I'm curious on how he goes with Republicans,
Well,
right?
and
Because
he
a lot
stayed
of,
relevant, right? He's still
Yeah.
on all those
Oh, yeah, he's on
Sunday
the news
morning
shows.
news shows.
He was always
Absolutely.
affiliated with Trump's presidency, but not like directly like Rudy.
early.
Yeah, but he was like not like Rudy. He was sort of on the outer fringe, but he was always pro-Trump, but never like lockstep with him.
And he never got a spot in the White House.
Right.
A lot of the things I read had to do with Kushner's because he had something to do with the prosecution of Kushner's dad.
Okay.
Right, and so he was on the outs, right?
Because Christie was a U.S. attorney, right?
I think he was U.S. attorney in New Jersey. And
But
that was
AUSA or the
I
U.S.
think
attorney?
that I don't know.
So this guy's smart.
Yeah.
Republican, former governor, brawler.
Yeah, goes at people.
Dude, this guy's a freaking beast in
Chris,
politics.
do you have a couple these things we can play?
This stuff is compelling. I think this stuff is going to draw the Trump crowd.
This is from yesterday when he announced his campaign before the indictment was announced. Oh,
tortillas.
Wow.
That was good. I like it.
So let me tell you something, everybody. The grift from this family is breathtaking. It's breathtaking. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Kushner walk out of the White House and months later get $2 billion from the Saudis. $2 billion from the Saudis. You think it's because he's some kind of investing genius? Or do you think it's because he was sitting next to the President of the United States for 4 years doing favors for the Saudis? That's your money. That's your money he stole. And gave it to his family.
Dude,
you know what that makes sense?
That's
and
so effective, in my opinion.
I agree, and he goes right at him.
It's heavy, man. Does that work on you, Jill, when you listen to it? Like, if you heard this guy giving that speech, would that compel you?
I mean, he seems like there's facts there, I guess. So if you're a logical person, it would make sense.
Chris, do you have the CNN clip of him after Trump went after him for being overweight? After he went, kind of.
So naturally,
really this is Jack.
When confronted with an attack, naturally Trump resorts to the personal attacks.
To being like a baby.
Right.
Yeah. So this is good. I thought this was a great response. It's
we
about
got
a
the
minute.
spinning wheel of death right now.
Chris is working on it. And I just think.
There we go.
Yeah, here we go.
John said you got to reload them. Twitter
reload them.
Like to be.
Hey, Twitter. So we're going to reload that one, and it'll come on. But I think, one of the things I like about Christie, he is directly going at Trump, whereas everybody else is kind of dancing, like Pence and Haley. They're dancing around the issue where he is going right at Trump, which I like. So if you haven't seen this clip, maybe you can look it up if we can't get it today, and it looks like it's spinning. So, but anyway.
Chris Christie's tweet said, when a spoiled baby misbehaves, you send them to their room, not to the White House.
I thought that was great.
At his advanced age, it is time to give up hope that Trump will ever grow up. We need a leader, not a child.
Yeah, and that was right. And it was crazy. Trump posted something like basically with like a big plate of food in front of Christie when he was talking.
Right.
Like he had superimposed that, and he retweeted that. And it was just, Chris Christie was like, oh, breaking news, I've had trouble with my weight for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
So it was like, if this is what he does. He said, when you make fun of me, the guy acts like a spoiled brat. He's a juvenile. He's a child.
Where I sit on this, I don't think Donald Trump's going to be in the president's race much longer.
I don't see how he survives. I mean, if he survives the primaries.
How long does a criminal trial take, Kevin? A federal criminal trial of this magnitude? The guy's going to go to prison, so he has to defend himself.
I would say the defense attorneys are going to, their number one job is to try to draw this out as long as they can. And I would assume the prosecutors are going to try to get this to trial as quickly as they can. So it's all going to be about motion practice and what happens before they set the trial.
Donald Trump has to be within a certain time limit unless the defense asks to delay it. Right?
Unless there's an agreement on the continuance, sure. I mean, you have a speedy trial right in federal court, sure.
So they have a speedy trial right. Do you really think Donald Trump wants this to be a speedy trial?
Nope.
Okay.
I think he wants to drag it out past the primaries.
So they're going to ask for a delay.
Well, yeah, they'll just have a lot of motion practice that may delay it.
So this is a year-long effort.
Oh probably. Yeah, I'd say a year-long effort. Although I'm sure the federal government and the U.S. Attorney's Office in Miami and Jack Smith are going to try to push it.
So let's think about this. A year-long effort. Let's do math real quick. We're in June. So June of next year, which is literally we're getting ready for conventions,
like Super Tuesday and everything like that.
Right. We're getting ready for conventions in a couple months, a year from now, right? Yep. And Donald Trump is going to be going to a federal criminal trial on whether or not he is basically a traitor.
That's why I just think the Republicans need to get their act together and figure out who's going to be there to fight Trump. It's either, is it DeSantis? Is it Christie? Is it Haley?
If you had to pick somebody, who would you pick, Mr. Democrat?
I like Chris Christie. I liked him before. I liked him when he was.
So you like him better than
16.
Haley? You like him better than DeSantis?
I do.
You like him better?
I
than
don't
Pence?
like DeSantis. I don't.
By the way, America, we know what
what
Governor Pence was like, right?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I've given Pence credit for what he did on January 6th, and I will always do that to him because he did the right thing on January 6th. He's not my guy. He's not my guy on social issues.
He couldn't run Indiana effectively.
Yeah,
he was getting run out of the state. So what makes us think he'd be a good president?
I think Chris Christie's kind of like I don't want to say traditional Republican, but a Republican that I think is I have no problem with him being president.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Mr. Republican.
Well,
Mr. Open-minded.
I like Chris Christie. I always have.
I like him too. So let's move on. Let's get some ads done. When we come back, we're going to have the ladies from my office in here. It's going to be 3 men and 3 women in the studio. We're going to talk some TikTok, social media, and maybe get some insight on what it's like to work for yours truly.
The locomotive.
So let's go ahead. Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency. The Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency has been located for decades right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. They specialize in a wide variety of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestmer Agency serves over 1,000 people and businesses in all Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron, Ronnie, or Michael at 219-844-0103.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine throughout the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia de todo corazón.
The Bug Guy Pest Control. Warmer temperatures mean unwanted guests such as ants, spiders, wasps, mosquitoes, and more. Shut down their party before they get started. A comprehensive pest plan from the Bug Guy will help you enjoy the great outdoors as well as the indoors all summer long. To solve your pest problem or start a preventative plan, call the Bug Guy today and tell the pest he's on the way. Call Brian at 219-810-7481, the Bug Guy.
Calumet Brewing. Whether you're on the golf course or just spending a day in the sun, Michelob Ultra with only 95 calories, 2.6 carbs, and a 4.2 ABV is the perfect beer for a summer day. Michelob Ultra brews a light lager that's worth every single sip. So no matter if you're kicking back after a long workout, a pickup game at the park, or a day on the fairways, you're sure to enjoy this great light beer. Don't just drink it, enjoy it. Stay tuned for a LockPod exclusive golf bag giveaway that we're never going to give away. Details coming up when Steve gets around to it.
There's no bag.
There's no bag. I think we should just give it. I'm going to use that golf bag. You're going to see me on the golf, and it'll be scandalous. Mm-hmm. You can also head over to the Michelob Ultra website and social media pages for details on this great family of beers. Enjoy the Ultra lifestyle with beers, and cheers responsibly.
Powering America. Looking for a new career in 2023? Earn a competitive wage while you gain valuable hands-on experience as an electrician. Did we mention employer-paid benefits, including health insurance, pension, and an annuity? If so, visit JACT697.org.
Jacked.
Sponsored by Powering America.
All right. Hey, everybody, before we get to these lovely ladies in the studio right now, I want to remind everybody to rate our show, subscribe to our show, leave comments to our show. If you love LockPod, that's how you make love to us.
We were just talking to somebody
make love to us.
Who said, I always watch on a Facebook Live. I said, well, subscribe on
push
Apple,
those little
Apple Pod, Spotify, what's the other one, Twitch or iHeartRadio, whatever the hell.
What are you listening to?
Twitcher?
No.
What is Twitcher?
Stitcher. Wait, what was the other one?
No one's
Steve
also on that.
No. Is there a Twitcher?
Stitcher.
You're the IT guy. You're supposed to know these
Twitch,
things.
That's IT, not
No
social
one's
media.
on
You
it.
don't do social media?
No, man.
I am not on social media at all.
Really?
He just worries about the IT. He
He just
things
looks
work.
at other people's social
He
media.
just judges everyone.
I've seen behind the curtain. I'm not putting my that.
So don't forget to subscribe, rate, LockPod.
And thank you to our advertisers.
Thank you to our advertisers. Hi, guys. How's it going?
Good.
All right. So you got to
All
pull
right.
the microphone right up to
You're
your face.
eating it.
These are good microphones.
Eating
So
it.
Yes.
Okay.
like, see how it's like resting on my chin? Because honestly, you like
Say resting. I just
resting on my chin. See, we got a
it's
good.
just resting.
It's resting on my
Blank
chin.
RDF.
That was perfectly innocent. I have no idea why everybody was giggling.
I agree.
I don't either.
Yeah. So, hi guys, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Why don't you introduce yourselves real quick, if you don't mind, so the audience knows.
I'm Alex. I'm Mayor Tom's office manager.
I'm Christy. I am Mayor Tom's office secretary.
Wow. Okay, so you guys are relatively new in your jobs too, right?
Yeah, well, we've
Yes.
been here since January.
January.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys got to pull into the shot, Chris is trying. Yeah, that's why we
Get on
want you
up
to pull
there.
up on the table.
See those
So-
white
Okay.
marks? Don't
I've,
have the table over.
They're lined
So
up.
Christy and I have only known
How
each other
many
for like a year now, right?
Well, yes and no.
Not
I did
even
my
here.
college-bound hours.
In my office.
Yeah.
Was that- what was
Wow,
it?
you didn't even know
Things we
that.
things we
We
learned
have a
about
lot
the
of people.
locomotive.
We have people come through all the
Well, I
time.
did
No.
them during Fest Week.
Oh, so I wasn't in much other than
No.
doing
I
tickets.
did them. Let's see. I was in high school 2015 to 2018.
Was I in the
That's
office a
making
lot
me
that
feel
week?
Old.
No.
Uh-oh.
Well, these
Breaking
answers
news.
are-
No, but if it's during the fest, I get that. I'm on different hours. I work
True.
till like
Yeah,
10
no.
o'clock at night. Yeah.
I think it was mostly Sharon
Yeah.
and Eva.
I hear
And I think Eileen was there. at
when
the
I
time.
talk to college bounders sometimes and they come back and talk to me and they say they were in my office, I said, what was it like? And they were like, oh my God, you were like getting so mad that week or you were cussing so much. I'm like, oh, because I always make it a point to act completely normal with college bounders. In the
That is
office.
true.
I
Yeah,
don't.
you don't
I
change.
don't modify my behavior
This
at
is
all.
true.
I want them to see if it's a crappy day, what it's like to have a crappy day in the mayor's office. And we haven't had many lately, right, Alex?
No, we have not.
No.
Knock on
Yes.
wood, yeah.
And now that it's TikTok Central,
See, the thing is, Kevin, like we've been in hurricanes in our office, many hurricanes.
True.
And I'm not sure we've had many hurricanes since you guys have been here, right?
you know the mayor
not
jinxes
in this
by
position.
saying that.
The
right?
bottom's going to fall out at
Yes,
some
exactly.
point.
It's-
This is us.
Look out
We're not
Monday.
asking for
Monday.
because because it's like sometimes in the mayor's office it's pretty chill, right?
Oh,
Yes.
And then
Sometimes.
and then I always remind everybody because they're like, man, this is the easiest
calm
job I've
before
ever
the
had,
storm,
right?
the
I'm
calm
like, it
before the
is
storm.
easy when it's easy, but when it sucks, nobody wants to be in this office,
Nope.
and that's the difference. So, and it's about to get real busy with the upcoming Festival of the Lakes, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
We're already getting calls about
Lil Wayne ticket
Well,
giveaway.
I had someone
Yeah.
show up a couple days ago asking for their ticket. I'm like,
Oh, really?
not
They didn't
here
read.
yet.
They didn't read the ad very well.
Well, why don't
did
you
they?
tell what's the date?
Oh yeah, June 24th. If you're a Hammond resident, show up at the Civic Center.
We're giving
starting
away
at, actually
At
one
least
of-
2,000 free tickets.
at least 2,000, probably a little bit more.
Right.
So you can get 2 per household. That's 2 per address. Bring your ID. Jill is about to do a new ad if it's not already out. That the doors, or not the doors, but the lineup will begin at 6 a.m.
That went out yesterday.
Doors will open at 9 a.m.
Hold
at
it.
this Hammond
So if
Civic
somebody
Center.
wants to stay the night, we're not going to let them. Sorry, you got to
That's
go
correct.
home. Get out of here.
It's blocked off. It will not be accessible. So 6 a.m. See how things get decided without mayor, then they get redecided. So
This is one of those where I'm shaking my head.
Yeah.
Like we have a bunch of people
you,
We'll
you have
line
to
up
talk
like
to your
at night.
consultant.
making
Right?
secret decisions. With
So
that.
right now it's 6 a.m. lineup with a 9 a.m. beginning.
Sorry,
to the
sir, you
giveaway.
can't sleep here.
I mean, if you want to sleep somewhere in the area and then get ready at 6 a.m., you're good to go.
Okay.
So that's what's happening.
So
24.
do you expect a lot of people at 6 a.m.?
We do.
Then why wouldn't we want them to stay the night?
I think it's just a matter of talking with the police department and things
Okay.
like that. So we're comfortable with a 6 a.m. lineup.
Okay, we're
right.
comfortable. We're comfortable. Who is we?
The royal we.
The royal
Yes.
we are comfortable.
We are
Okay.
comfortable.
By the way, the ladies brought in donuts. I know this.
Munster
Did?
donuts.
Yes. There should be a
Those are
strawberry
no
frosted
joke.
in there for you.
Just for the mayor.
Oh,
He's going to
hold
start
on.
eating it
Let me
right
check
now.
this out real quick, just to make sure. That
But
is my favorite.
I want to ask Alex a question. So, Alex, give us your timeline of from like beginning employment to now head of the mayor's office while mayor's
So-
eating a strawberry frosted donut.
Munster donut makes the best strawberry donut in the world.
I'm a
They do.
maple
Right?
frosted guy.
They
Let's
do.
see if
Should
that-
I look
All
so
their
feminine.
stuff. They're the best.
There's not
It brings out my
maple
feminine
frosted.
side.
Uh-oh, no maple frosted, but 3 double chocolates. I'll have one of those.
Well, eat it, man.
I will.
What are you waiting for?
Thank you. Well, all right, I'm giving Alex the mic. Go ahead, Alex.
Okay, so I started during COVID time at the police department. I did records there for a couple months. I moved to the water department after that. And then from the water department, I came to the mayor's office. As
You moved around a lot.
I did move around a lot.
Like,
That's
I
a
did.
red flag.
no.
Yeah.
She was
On a
moving
resume,
yeah,
when you
right.
see like boom, boom, we're like,
Internally,
why
she
didn't they
was
like
moving
you
around.
at this last 3 places?
But the thing is, if you're moving around a lot because you're a pain in the butt, that's one thing. If you're moving up each time, which she was
Agreed.
doing,
Yeah.
right?
Is that
Literally.
failing forward? No, I'm just kidding.
She
Moving
was definitely. You can always tell by your salary. If your salary's going up each time, if your salary's
good
slowly
sign.
going down,
That's
that's,
a
a
good
bad
sign,
sign, right?
yeah.
So,
But yeah, and then I moved as Phil's assistant. I want to say that was 2 years ago. I can't really remember exactly the timeline. And then I moved to executive assistant and then office manager.
it was a big turnover in my office because Eva, she's a friend of the show, still is a friend of the show, but Eva took a job outside for more
Corporate
money
America.
and virtual. I can't
Yes.
compete with
How
virtual.
can-
We actually have to show up and to work, and Eva's getting paid.
New baby.
New baby. So yeah, we miss
out.
her. But so what happened is Alex ended up getting promoted real quick to office manager, and Christy
She's
was like
actually
sitting
the
there.
reason I'm here.
That's
There
right.
you go.
But like you, when you came with us, you were a nursing student, pretty much full time,
Yeah.
and then you were hourly. Then all of a sudden, this amazing opportunity opened up in our office, and you're like, you're literally sitting there, like, yeah. Do you want a full time job making good money? And you're like, sure.
So little known thing about Alex is that she worked for Disney, right?
I did.
I knew that.
I did work for
Well,
Disney.
I know you knew that.
I knew,
I'm just
but
saying,
no, it's
little
interesting.
known.
Interesting fact. Alex
sure.
and I have known each other. I've known her most of her life. True.
Yeah, that is true.
Her and my son Chase are very good friends. Went to
Mm-hmm.
high school together. Went to grade school together. So I've known Alex her whole life.
How was
basically.
working for Disney?
It was fun, but it was also stressful.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
Where'd
never
you work?
think of Disney as
So-
stressful.
Yeah. Oh, it's stressful.
Oh, I
We're-
could believe that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was working in resorts, so I did like concierge, front desk, and then I did like they call it FSA, but it's like a front desk supervisor, and that's where I ended. But I was working like sometimes 6 days a week, 14-hour days. Like it was rough. But,
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
The fun place.
I'm eating the donut
I know I am,
now.
Joe. The other thing that was funny yesterday in the mayor's office, here's a window in the mayor's office. The mayor walks in. We're all kind of sitting around doing work. And mayor says, I need 40 pizzas in like an hour. And it was 9:45 in the like 9:30 in the morning.
I think it might have even been later than that.
No, it was like 9:30.
Yeah.
And
At
Chris-
9:45, I'm like, I need 40 pizzas. Everybody's like, shit. What? So we're calling Hammond pizza
Yep.
places. Hey, I need 40 pizzas in an hour and a
No
half.
answer, no answer. Chrissy's like, wait, I know somebody. Hold on. She calls them, gets the pizzas, and they show up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
40
It was good.
pizzas.
You're a savior. We bought
Yep,
lunch
I
for
worked
every
there
pump.
for 2 years before that.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's, I think, Aurelio's. I love Aurelio's pizza.
Yeah, so Hammond Aurelio's really.
I'm not going to give them the
came
best
through.
of designation because they're not a sponsor to the show. But if they're a sponsor to the show, I'll say all kinds of great things about them.
Me too, and they'd be true because I'm an Aurelio's fan.
There's
so
something about the sauce.
I agree. It's sweet.
Yeah.
Something
It's
about
Love
it.
the
sauce.
sauce.
It's
Love it.
amazing.
It's
yeah,
good stuff.
The sauce at Aurelio's.
And they still have the buffet in North Hammond. I mean, come on.
That's
you can still
awesome,
go there
too.
for the
That's
lunch
like old school
buffet.
shit, right?
I agree.
Busiest
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, you worked
But
there.
I know I didn't work during the buffet though.
But by the way, kudos to Hammond Aurelio's to getting 40 pizzas to the mayor by 11 a.m.
The Public
when they
Works.
called at 9:45.
Yeah. And I think 40
amazing.
pizzas, we had like 100 people. That was a pretty good proportion.
Yeah, they said all the pizza went.
Good.
Wow.
All of it, yeah.
They were chowing them. I mean, I saw dudes with like a half a pizza on their plate. They
Good
were
for
just
them.
going
Well,
to
they've probably
town.
been at work since like 3 a.m. or
Yeah.
something, 4
Yeah.
a.m. So.
So we had a good meeting yesterday. But one of the main reasons I wanted you guys to come in, besides the fact that you guys are lovely and I got to introduce you to our audience, is City of Hammond. I tasked you guys with something that was unusual. I said I wanted to start a Hammond TikTok like TV station, like a channel, and I put you guys in charge of it.
Mayor, could I ask you a quick question
Sure.
before that? Because this kind of is again kind of window into how Tom works, and I think it's interesting. And that is that he always tries to challenge from a social media or technology perspective to be on top of things. And this goes back
We're like ahead
to
of the
even
game.
Facebook. So maybe you could explain kind of why you think that's important and why you think it's important for your administration and how we ended up with now a TikTok channel.
Well, I don't know if everybody knows, but I got blocked off of Twitter. So let's just start with that. So I freaking hate Twitter now. And I worked hard to get 11,000 people following me on
I
Twitter.
still have faith you're coming back.
Fuck that, man.
I'm working on
Seriously. Excuse my French, everybody, but Twitter and Elon Musk could go to hell.
But go
Seriously.
back to even
I
when
was
you
a strong
started-
user, and
Yeah.
they just blocked me unfairly, and they could fuck themselves. Like,
We're
seriously,
gonna-
I will never advertise with them. I'll never support them.
gonna
I'll
try to
never
get
buy
him
a
back.
Tesla. Elon Musk could go to hell.
Oh, no, and you were
Okay?
going to buy a Tesla.
I was. He can go screw himself. He blocked me off of Twitter. He can fuck
All right,
off.
so go back to like when you started.
You're like, you didn't expect it to go that direction. I take
Well,
it.
I knew it was going to get there, but I expected you to go back to like originally when
When
like,
I
you
started
had-
using Facebook, I would express, because when I first became mayor, Jill, I don't know if you remember this, Chris does because he was working with me then. I got treated very unfairly by the local media, and that was all we had. There was a guy that worked for the Times that hated me, and he had it out for me. And I was popular. I was famous. It's bad famous. He put me in the newspaper every day. He would look for a reason to like belittle me and treat me
Man
like shit.
stubs toe.
Yeah, just horrible.
Man,
Like it was like,
McDermott's fault.
but like I remember there was like a week straight where I refused to talk to the Times. I was just like, no, I'm not going to talk to you guys anymore. And they would do a front page story every week that like what I was doing was illegal and I was going to get in trouble legally for it because I would not call their reporters and I would not talk to them because I wasn't getting a fair shake. So when social media comes out, Facebook, I viewed it immediately like this is my way just to put my stuff out on social media, and then my bosses, the residents of Hammond, could read my version because I'm not going to get it through the Times. I would give them explanations for why I was doing things, and they'd say, "I'm just going to ignore
or just
everything you
do
said."
part of a quote or
Right,
part of
and
your
just like
Yeah.
misportray what I was saying. Right now, when you put it out on social media, for better or for worse, everybody could see it, and I was wise enough to walk that line without crossing over it, and it leveled the playing field. So
Fast
we were always
forward, right?
aggressive with social media. Now here we are, in the city of Hammond. And we have something in Hammond that's called Go Hammond TV. We were early on that also, where we put all of our public meetings on a cable channel on
And
the internet.
Chris's department kind of in charge of
Chris's,
that.
that was one of his big projects. And Chris, how many views do we get? Hundreds of thousands, right?
Yes.
Eventually.
Millions? I mean, it's a lot, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say millions,
But people watch that channel like all the time.
It's
Yeah.
accessible, right? And the other thing that
especially
you
when there's like hot topics going on, that's what really it picks up.
What's the biggest things that people watch on that?
Council meetings. Oh no, Mayor's Night Out.
Mayor's Night Out also. And then it's a town square, sort of virtual town square, right? Because people are commenting. Like on Lockpad, they get on the virtual chat boards and talk to each other. And
the other thing, Mayor, I think you were forward thinking on was like 311. And that was another thing that
Yeah.
I mean, that
See,
wasn't
click,
around.
fix.
Now everybody has that.
See, click, fix.
Right, see, click, fix.
Right.
And that's new. And then you were LPR cameras. I mean, it's just you're always,
we're
in
always
my
out
opinion, on
front.
technology. And you have become a very big. You love TikTok
Because
during the campaign.
screw Elon Musk,
I agree,
right?
but
Yeah.
you also got into it during your Senate campaign, and
No,
you ended up
I
doing
did.
your own. And you were like, this is a good medium
It is.
to get things
It's
out.
like
It's
your-
very popular.
It's like your own TV channel. And think about the audience you're reaching. On TikTok, I'm the old dude for sure. I'm like the upper
That was
1%.
really quick, Alex.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. I am the oldest user of TikTok in America, except for that dude we saw smoking a doobie in the Grateful Dead
Yes.
show. He has me by.
and he was on Facebook Live.
He was on Facebook Live. So there you go. He wasn't even on
So,
TikTok.
Christy, are
right?
like people are
MySpace.
your age because you're the youngest in the room, I think, right? Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, she is. Okay, so are people? What is the social media go to for people your age?
Oh, TikTok for
Yeah,
sure.
it's TikTok
For sure. How long have you been doing it?
Well, I don't make TikToks, but
Now you do.
well, yeah, now I do. But probably 2-3 years, maybe a little longer.
Yeah.
How about
so-
you, Alex?
I want to say I started watching TikToks like starting around COVID when I didn't
Yeah,
have a
I
job.
That's
think
when it
that
took
was
off. I
bored,
bet you're right.
very
So there was
popular.
nothing to do.
That's when it took off.
I noticed you've been real active with CJ lately on
Yeah.
TikTok.
I saw
I
that.
try to post videos of him.
Have
Very
you
cute.
always done that?
Yeah, I've tried. I've taken some.
You
like,
get a lot of
videos
views
down.
on him, and you
Yeah,
get a lot.
you know, it's weird. I think it's all about the sound that you use and the hashtag that you use.
And
Yeah.
people love babies.
The
Yeah,
hashtag.
babies,
The
that's
hashtag
true.
is huge.
Especially when they're
Hashtags are
funny.
huge.
That's
Yes.
right.
How about this? I did a little test yesterday on the hashtags. So I did one just straight video. It was a good clip of Dead and Company. So it's not really popular with the generation of TikTokers, right? But I put it out. It didn't get any action at all.
Interesting.
And then I hashtagged the next one I put out. It was almost like a similar type of clip. I hashtagged it Dead and Company, John Mayer, all this stuff. Way more action.
Interesting.
So
All right.
that's just-
All about the hashtag.
It is all about the hashtags.
Chris, can we take a look at Alex and Christy? And we can't forget Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica's a huge part.
she is.
By the way,
Jessica is a
we
huge
love
part.
Jessica's also a new addition to our office,
Yes.
and she's literally in the office right now answering phones because we're all here. So thank you,
She's
Jessica.
actually the youngest one too.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
She would have been
Yeah.
youngest. All right. So here's a part of the first ever City of Hammond TikTok, which, by the way, you can follow. It's Go Hammond on TikTok.
Hi, everybody. Mayor Tom McDermott from the City of Hammond. This is our official TikTok of the City of Hammond's TikTok. We wanted to find ways to communicate better with the public, and we thought, what better way to do it than through this app that, you know, millions of people across America use. So I hope you'll subscribe to us and watch our TikToks in the future. I have a whole team of people that are working on interesting ideas for the City of Hammond. So look for us here. Follow us, like us, you know, send us to your friends so that everybody knows what a great city Hammond, Indiana is. We're right here at the northwest corner of the state of Indiana, tip of Lake Michigan. Chicago is our western neighbor. So like us, follow us, invest in us. A lot of you in Illinois are moving into our city and buying all of our buildings, and we appreciate that. If you want to learn more about all the great projects and great things going on in the city of Hammond, like and follow our TikTok. God bless you all. Mayor Tom McDermott, signing out.
Wow. Look at that. What a plug. How many
was like-
takes?
One take.
Man,
Thank
that's
you.
good.
Right?
Yep.
You
Not
could
bad.
do a whole
good at doing
TikTok
one take.
series
Kevin
of
takes
just
a
the
couple.
stuff in your office.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is
You
a
got
good
all
Just like-
idea.
kinds of good stuff in there.
We'll go through my office. We'll do
Yeah.
that, Jill. That's a great idea.
Yep.
Because the TikTok is just like we'll walk around and just I'll show you like the baseballs I have and what it's from. Like when I have a baseball from my first win in the World Series in college and Cal Ripken World Series, just stuff like that.
Yeah,
Cool.
and that was great. I thought it was a great intro. You guys did a great job with that. And then, like, I think you've even just gotten better and better. This was yesterday's. I thought it was really cute, really fun.
This is a good one.
And
This
it
was
got
all
a
Alex.
and it got a
This
lot
was?
of traction, right, Alex?
Yeah. It was Christy's, or not Christy, Jessica's idea to do something similar with the waving. And then I found the office sound, and I was like, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah, so just for those that are just listening to this, the last one was Mayor Tom. The last TikTok was Mayor Tom in his office, just sitting at his desk and kind of giving that promo push for TikTok and for the city. This is based on the Office theme, and it's Alex showing people around City Hall.
who were there.
Who was there?
Were there yesterday.
Yes, who were there yesterday?
We weren't able to get everybody.
City Hall. The mayor waving. Everybody in the studio. It was great. So good.
That
right?
was a cute
cool.
one.
Very cool.
Interesting fact about this one. Let me ask you guys a question. Who shot that video?
Well, I took some.
Yeah,
Okay.
we both took.
So like, how many takes for me?
You had one take.
Like, yeah. So this is what the.
Most people had one take.
Yeah,
So this is like so this is they come in my office and they're like, hey, we're doing a TikTok to introduce the staff City Hall. I go, what do I have to do? They said you just like act like you're working, which I was for the record. Act like you're working and then look up and just wave. That's what you have to do. You literally like, so I was like looking at my phone and then I looked up and I did like a stupid wave, right? Like exaggerated, like, hey, right? So like it was one take. It was the easiest thing ever.
Yes.
An 8th grader, an 8-year-old could have done it, right?
Kevin here had
So-
3 or 4 takes.
Kevin had 3 or 4 takes. Is that true? I hear this rumor.
They were making me laugh a little bit, and I just wasn't focused. It just took.
You
me
had
a
to-
while.
no lines.
No
You had to
whatever.
wave, dude.
We
Yeah.
How many?
we
How
had to
many?
stop-
How
we
many
stopped
takes,
Chris
Chris?
in the hallway.
They stopped me in the hall. They were like
you
waving
did
at the
great.
camera, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And you waved.
I waved, and
did you
then-
do 3 takes?
No.
I think if I would have had lines, I'd have been better. It'd been one take.
You had to wave.
What's my motivation?
That's right.
I need to know
Kevin
what
needs
kind
to
of wave.
prepare for everything.
Yeah,
It's
right.
just like, wait a minute.
Dude,
is
am I
this
supposed
the-
to have
Is
resting
this my
bitch
good
face?
side?
Yeah.
That was good. You guys did great.
3
and then,
takes.
like the other thing that you guys have done, I think, and this is also pushed by Tom, is that the mayor said, hey, I want to make sure that you guys treat this almost like a broadcast. So when there's important information, get it out.
This is funny.
And so, like yesterday,
So like it's like Hammond TV station. This is so you guys are like in charge of the media in Hammond, and this is so if we have breaking news, like we had a railroad situation yesterday where we had to shut the line down. So we had breaking
shut
news.
the street down, right? A main street.
Yeah.
You guys should have like breaking news like we have, and like boop, 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 breaking news, right? And then there's Dean Button out there giving
yeah.
the live TikTok
So
on the
He
street.
loves
before you hit play, this is so funny. I'm like, what's going on? And like they're like running out like a broadcast crew. They're like, we're going out. We gotta meet.
We got a
Dean."
breaking situation,
We gotta-
right?
Seriously, at 10:15, we were like, we have to go. I was like,
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to approach
Dean
it.
had a 10:30 meeting, so I was like,
You guys
well,
are in charge of the news station in the city of Hammond. This is an important responsibility. So
I have a
this is-
feeling that Dean is going to be like a secret star of
He's
TikTok.
always
He
down.
loves it.
He loves it.
That's what I'm saying. Our job is to make Dean a TikTok influencer.
Did you on purpose put the cones like just as wide as his body on this TikTok?
No, so that's how they were. Well, he moved one to show me the hole, and then I moved it back. But
My favorite part of this is when, well, first of all, you guys did some inserts, which was really cool during the video. And then my favorite part of this is the background noise of the cars that are going over. And I
and
always,
some are just flying.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna get a flat tire.
all right, so let's do this. This is great.
Hi, my name's Dean Button. It's June 8th, 2023, and we're standing at the Norfolk Southern Tracks crossing Columbia Avenue. We've been informed by Norfolk Southern Railroad that they're going to close Columbia Avenue this afternoon for several days because we have a sewer line underneath the railroad tracks that is taking earth into it. And we need
That car was great.
See,
I was like, that.
you get the idea,
It's
right?
like it's like Dean, like, and he's funny things. Like Dean looks at his watch to say the date, which I
Right.
thought was funny. He also keeps looking to the side as the cars are flying by as he's explaining it. It is so.
So did we get a
great.
lot of views on this one?
I am not sure.
But you
is
know
my
what? If
first
Dean
time.
got hit by a car, I guarantee it would go viral.
Yes,
So-
do not
Or
get hit by
somebody
a
threw
car,
garbage
Dean.
out the window in here.
Oh, yeah.
You guys need to make something go viral.
I hate engineers.
340.
Somebody's screaming at Dean.
Dean sucks. Right by- Do we need to like
It was
set one up
awesome.
like that? Okay.
No.
Good.
We put it as a
340 views.
340.
That's not bad.
We put it as a reel on Facebook too, and I think it got more views on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Well, I think
No.
it-
Yeah.
people
for
are just
sure.
getting used to the fact that we have a station.
Because think about who you're talking to with TikTok. You're talking to 20s and 30s,
Yeah.
right? And on Facebook, you have. We've been doing it for over
Yeah.
a decade, and we have I don't know.
15,000. Oh, no, it's more than that. It's like 30,
We have-
30,000, 25,000
You know, Chris?
people? I forget.
I want
on
to say it's
Facebook.
more than
I
that,
don't
Kevin.
have social media.
No, 'cause I'm telling you, the City
I
Hammond's
feel
Facebook
dirty
page.
just being here. I'm not gonna lie.
You're like, pushing play on a TikTok.
City
Chris
Hammond's
is
Facebook
like-
page has a crap ton of followers.
Yeah.
It
I'm
does.
looking.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
got a lot of positive comments, like thanks for the update
Mhm.
when
Yeah.
we posted that video.
So you know it's
on there.
working.
Yeah.
Which is great.
No,
Well,
and seriously, guys, I think the way you approach this project is it's like a news station. And then when we look at it a year or two from now, it'll be significantly more, we'll be way more used to it than we are right now, you know? But I think it's great what you guys are doing.
and thanks for coming in. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. I know you guys have.
We're
a
going to
busy
bring you
day.
guys in often,
Yeah.
you know? Like,
Keep making them funny.
And today I'm
17,000
going on a
17,000?
tour with
over
Public
almost 18
Really?
Yeah.
Yep,
Nice.
with Jeff.
followers.
She's gonna do Public Works tour today,
oh, nice.
and then we got some fun stuff planned, pranks and lots of fun stuff. So,
Awesome.
Pranks are always great.
Stay
We
tuned.
got Festival of Lakes, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Man.
Jill, you've been running, right? You've had a TikTok for Fest or for the Pavilion for a while,
I wouldn't say a while.
but we have
Since
what's
that
the-
meeting.
We all just started doing TikTok. But Jill, you've been doing at the Festival of Lakes. One of the cool things that I think we do that I want to start making more widespread, and I think we can incorporate you guys into it, is when you're in the audience at the fest and you're waiting for the big show to come, sometimes it's an hour and a half. You're just standing there drinking and killing time waiting for the show to start, right? And then we started doing interactive videos from the audience and put it on the big screen.
That's what we're gonna do this year.
And doing tweets. And when you would hashtag Festival of Lakes, your tweet would go up on the big screen. This kind of stuff that you're doing could be incorporated into that,
Yeah.
where we have college-bound interns out in the audience interviewing people, and it goes up onto the big screen so everybody sees. That's the kind of stuff. And Jill started doing that a couple years ago at the PAV.
Right.
And that's the kind of stuff we can incorporate this into.
Yeah, I like that.
So Jill's social
Isn't this
media
great,
team
Chris?
and
I'm
your-
like your IT advisor here.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. I don't know how to do it, but I imagine this will work.
John's the multimedia man.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jill, so you have a social media team at Fest, right?
We do.
Yeah. So that'll.
Can
be
we
good
start
this year.
I
incorporating
feel
that?
like your child might be in charge this year, Kevin.
Uh-oh, that's
Really?
for college bound.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Getting
Jill, I
college
think
bound hours.
that's a good goal for you, is to incorporate what we're doing here into that, and we start like making it all like one entity, especially during the fest, because
show.
you guys should be all over fest
Yeah.
during that.
A show within a show.
A show.
Oh
within
yeah,
the
there you
show.
go.
That's
It's gonna be
right.
great. Well, ladies, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having
Welcome,
us.
Off
welcome to, the
work.
mayor's
And
office.
Thanks for the donuts.
Well, this is my brain trust in the mayor's office in here right now. Thank you, Jessica, also for she's really doing great with helping us with TikTok.
Yeah,
also,
she is great at editing the videos.
that's
Great.
awesome. So, Jessica, you're a great addition. I'm really happy. I know Phil's real happy also about what's going on in our office.
Well,
and-
stay tuned, everybody. We're going to have ads and come back with the rest of the show. We're talking about Jack Daniels and dog poop.
Jack Daniels and dog poop. Enjoy your donuts. Thanks, guys. Nice to see you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks, Christy. Nice to see you. Welcome to Lockpod. Thanks,
Thanks,
Alex.
guys.
Good to see you guys.
Take those to the office.
Alex, you got to go on Lockpod before Chase did, so make sure.
Oh,
you guys-
nice.
He'll be jealous.
Yeah. See you guys. Thanks for the donuts.
Thanks.
Thanks for the
for
pink
coming
donut in particular.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you guys are-
All right. Bye, guys.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Stay
Thank you.
tuned. We got some more on Lockpod. Like I mentioned, Jack Daniels and dog poop coming up.
Byway Brewing. Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and an outside patio. Our brewing equipment offers a unique backdrop for your private events like weddings, reunions, or corporate parties. Byway is conveniently located just off the 8094 at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Come on by and enjoy Byway's award-winning beers and unbeatable menu. For more information, check out bywaybrewing.beer.
Cantrell and Cantrell. Guys, I miss John. This show's less fun when he's not on it.
Oh, yeah? We should bring him back.
He's fun.
I think next week we're going to have a couple more guests. So
He's like a breath of fresh air.
Hey, by the way, on Tuesday we have. That's nice of you to say about John. By the way, Johnny he's a wonderful person. On Tuesday
funny.
we have Josh Huddleston, the next mayor of the city of Hobart. It's like mayor season
I like it.
on Lockpod, but Josh
Mayor
Huddleston,
Bill, Mayor Tom, Mayor to be Josh, Mayor to be Eddie.
also Mayor Hogsett. we've
Oh
had.
yeah,
Mayor
Mayor
Clint.
Joe.
Lamb.
How could I forget Mayor Joe? Mayor
Lamb.
Clint Lamb. Oh my gosh.
This is the mayor season, obviously. But we have the next mayor of Hobart coming in, Josh Huddleston. He's a young man that's been on the Hobart Council for, I think, 2 terms.
Yep.
Have
Have we had Josh on before?
No. This is Josh's first time.
Okay.
And
All
he's, I just want everybody to know he's excellent. You're going to love that show.
He's going to be a great mayor.
And he's going to be the next mayor of Hobart. So you have an opportunity to talk to another mayor.
We should try to get Mayor Pete Land in here too.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Since
Yeah,
it's mayor season
for
he'd be
sure.
good. Mayor Pete, and he's got a race.
So,
So does
which,
Mayor Josh.
we're on
So does Josh.
we're on an ad right now, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On
Anyway.
you go, Joe.
When Jill was talking about how great John is, John took his daughter to Taylor Swift too. That was pretty nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice of him.
I think
We did talk
he
about
got
that.
forced into that, but
Face
It's all right.
face
Yeah.
value. I mean, he got face value tickets, so it's not that great. Let's be honest. Right.
that's pretty amazing.
It's nice, but his
thank you,
wife
Matt
is
Fetch.
his wife is the one that got the face value tickets. So John really, like, if he bought $1,000 tickets for Mimi, that would have been one thing. But when he gets it for face value, it's less.
Well,
right?
I mean,
Like,
just
let's
getting him.
be-
I
She
think
won't
is
know.
a-
Mimi
got to
doesn't
go.
know, but we do. That's the thing. Like
you
if
got
John
to go.
forks out like $1,500 for each ticket, then I'm like Father of the Year material, right?
I mean, just getting him, I think,
But
is
the
Face
memories
value.
are priceless either way.
Face value, whatever.
and he was
you know?
good for a bathroom run.
He was
We know
good for a
that's what he was
bathroom
really
run,
good
yeah.
for.
Man, we got sidetracked in the middle of ads.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at
Is there
law.
anything more to say about John? Isn't that the ad in
That
itself?
is the ad.
All right, Rogers Roofing.
Yeah, call 219-5544-LAW.
Rogers Roofing. When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business. Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 54 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the industry. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com. That's ROGERS roofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com, 219-933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Kuklakis Law. Are you facing legal challenges and you don't know where to turn? Who are you going to call? Kuklakis. That's who you're going to call. Your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Do you need representation buying or selling real estate? Call Kuklakis Law. Do you need help forming your business? Call Kuklakis Law. Did you get injured in a car crash or at your job? Call Kuklakis Law. No matter what your legal issue is, call Kuklakis Law at 219-671-6347 for a free consultation. Hablamos Español.
Misprint Printing specializes in delivering the highest quality signs and printing on time and under budget. Misprint's experience and technology allows them to offer custom, commercial, on-demand printing and sign solutions. Rick Balzenberger and his team have served Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana for over 30 years. They have 2 convenient locations to serve you in Munster and Hammond.
All right.
Thank you to our advertisers.
Yeah. Kevin, we have an update.
We like to do updates on LockPod, and one of the things that we're updating is, you may recall, I think it was last season, we talked about this Supreme Court case that had to do with Jack Daniels'
U.S. Supreme
trademark.
Court,
Yeah,
too.
United States Supreme Court case that had to do with Jack Daniels and its trademark. And we talked about the Lanham Act. We talked about why trademarks are important. And we talked about what was going on in
trademark
this
is
case.
like, so if I have, think about a trademark like McDonald's Golden Arches, right?
Sure.
Burger King's logo, right? Starbucks colors and logo, right?
Absolutely.
There's things that are recognizable. The swoosh, Nike swoosh, right? So like I cannot make a shoe with the Nike swoosh on it, or even anything that looks close to the Nike swoosh, because if I did, Nike would stop me in court, right?
Yeah, it's an infringement. It's an appropriation of a trademark, and I think that would make you liable for that. But parody is allowed, right? But some parody may not be allowed. So here's a photo of the Jack Daniels bottle on the left, and then you have the Bad Spaniels dog toy on the right, which...
And is this like a squeaky toy, I imagine?
Yeah, it's a squeaky toy, but it also kind of made fun of, it kind of talked about dog poop and stuff like that. Dog crap.
Man. I'll be honest. It looks... So for those of you that are streaming and not watching, we got a bottle of Jack Daniels to the left, and we have Bad Spaniel dog toy on the right. The bottles are identical.
Yeah.
Like they literally the same shape, same size, a little bit darker. The shoe toy is a little bit darker as far as the fluid compared to the Jack Daniels, but the logo is almost identical, same colors and everything. One says Jack Daniels and has a logo. The other one says Bad Spaniels, has a dog on it.
Right, and so what we learned about this is that you have infringement cases, then you infringement of a trademark, and then you have dilution of a trademark. And it seemed to me, at least from what I could tell from this case, that it was about dilution. And what the folks that were representing, Jack Daniels said, listen, this is a famous trademark, and we want to prevent its imagery from being used in ways that might cause tarnishment of the brand. And that was the core of Jack Daniels' complaint, that does not want consumers associating its fine whiskey with dog poop, which I think makes sense, right?
Agree.
And we said early on, this case sounds like it's going to go to in favor of Jack Daniels, and it did. An unanimous opinion authored by Justice Kagan. And she said this case is about dog toys and whiskey, 2 items seldom appearing in the same sentence. And we do not decide whether this test is ever appropriate or how far the non-commercial exclusion goes, but the use of a mark does not count as non-commercial just because it's parodies or otherwise comments on another's products. And so they found unanimously that this was a dilution case, and that the Bad Spaniels should not receive special protection under the United States law. I
think that Bad Spaniels selling that chew toy, anybody that sees that will want to buy it, not because it's a cool chew toy, because it looks just like a bottle of Jack Daniels. So that if you had a dog and you were inclined to buy Jack Daniels, I think you'd be inclined to buy this chew toy because of that fact. So they're being unfairly enriched by simulating the exact look of a Jack Daniels bottle.
Yeah, and that's what they said. You're using a trademark as a trademark.
Yeah.
Basically, you are using what Jack Daniels has as a trademark as yours.
Right.
And you can't do that.
So if you compared one dog chew toy to this dog chew toy, there's no doubt in my mind this dog chew toy would do much better than the other because it looks just like a bottle of Jack Daniels. So they're being unfairly enriched. Jack Daniels trade is being unfairly diluted. The U.S. Supreme Court gets involved in a case like this not very often, and they came down on the side of Jack Daniels, right, Kev?
Unanimously. And they said, we hold that it is not appropriate when the accused infringer, which would be the Bad Spaniels folks, has used the trademark to designate the source of its own goods. In other words, has used the trademark as a trademark. So that's what they did. And you could see that, and as Tom pointed out, identical. So congratulations to Jack Daniels. You don't have to worry about Bad Spaniels anymore out there. Mm-hmm. And that's your update.
Yeah. Maybe we should buy one of these Bad Spaniels chew toys.
Yeah, now they're, and
Steve,
put it up.
We need it. And when we get the Bad Daniels, because I guarantee you can go on eBay or something, right, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Probably.
We got to get one of these first off because we've done 2 stories on it. And secondly, I'm still waiting for that candle we ordered, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not pushing that.
We ordered one of these candles that we were going to light in the studio and describe to the audience, but we're going to have to wait because it hasn't arrived yet. So
you can do that with John and Phil.
We have a Lockpod credit card. I don't know if you guys realize, and the Lockpod credit card doesn't seem to be working very well right now. So.
Yeah, I don't know how much is left available on the Lockpod credit card.
Credit card or a debit card?
Debit.
It's debit.
So I'm not sure how much is on there.
We have to actually have money to make sure. Maybe that's what happened with the candle.
That could have been. Or with Jill's Taylor Swift ticket.
It's $20.
$20.
We found one?
On Amazon.
Could you send that to?
Get it.
Could you send it to?
Just have Jill order it and we'll reimburse.
No, just send it to Steve.
You just said you don't have any money.
We do have money.
Well, I got $20 in my pocket.
All right, we want one. We need one for our ensemble of shit that we have behind us.
We were
here.
just talking about getting rid of.
Yeah, we need a shelf
with a drape.
A drape, right? So anyway, hey everybody, we appreciate you listening to our season 9, episode 15. We usually do about 25 episodes per season, so. We're approaching the back 9. We are on the back. We're on the back 9 right now, which is great. We appreciate you guys, and like we said, for us to be able to be a bigger show, available to more people, we can't do it without you guys rating us, leaving comments on on whatever you're listening to, sharing it with your friends. So please do that for us.
Please subscribe.
And if you don't get live notifications on Facebook if you're listening live, or on YouTube if you're listening live, make sure to subscribe so you get live notifications when we go on the air. We go on twice a week, on every Tuesday and Friday. We're on at 7:30 Central Time, so it's 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 on the West Coast. So if you're hardcore Lockpodder, waking up at 5:30 a.m., we appreciate you. Thanks, Jill, for coming in. It's great to see you. Thanks for covering season 9 in its entirety. We appreciate it a lot. And thanks, Chris, for filling in today. You did a great job, other than that one slip-up with Tortilla de Nuevo Leon.
That's just proof that
and the Chris Christie tweet, but who's counting?
Yeah, but that wasn't John.
That wasn't responsible
that wasn't
for
Chris's
how
fault.
Twitter doesn't like to stay in an
reset
open
itself.
window.
See, buddy, you don't have to talk to me about Twitter. I'm anti-Twitter.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. I agree. All right.
Chris got his curse word in.
I love it. Kevin Smith, great doing another show with you. We made magic again, and come making magic.
Creepy.
Happy Grateful Dead Day, by the way. Grateful
Thank you.
Dead.
Yes, sir. Cannot wait. Looking forward to tonight.
Grateful Dead, Friday night, Wrigley
It's going to be
Field.
a beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
And evening.
That's always a good day. It's the last time that Bob Weir is going to play Wrigley Field on a Friday night.
Wow.
Tonight.
Maybe not. We hope not.
No, that's why it's the final tour, I'm pretty sure. So, anyway, love you guys. We appreciate our fans. We love Lockpod. If you see us out in public, make sure you come up and say hi and tell us you're a Lockpodder, because it's good for morale, especially my morale. So, appreciate you all. Season 9, episode 15 is a wrap. We'll see you on Tuesday when we come back with Josh Huddleston, the next mayor of Hobart. Take care, everybody. Lockpod is out.